Papa John's on this Thursday at the NFL. Oh, got real quiet real fast. The fact that none of us, Peter Schrager, nor you, Nate Burleson, nor you, Kyle Brett, nor myself, Kay Adams, has crowd surfed yet. It's a little A, surprising, B, disappointing.
A little disappointing. Pace yourself. That's what they tell me. Pace yourself.
How are we doing in the battle of the crowds, that side versus this side? Nate, you want to check in?
My side's
Nate, go ahead. Go ahead. Check in.
What we got over here?
Wait. And what do we got? That's for you. And that's for you. And this L does not stand for loud, unfortunately, for you guys. I'm sorry.
This is Good Morning Football. We love this show, and we love so many guests. It's not just the four of us. Aaron Rodgers, ever heard of him?
Aaron Rodgers coming on this show.
Aaron Rodgers joining our show. We cannot wait. We have a Super Bowl MVP joining us. There are a lot of Packers fans in Minnesota.
Yes, there are.
And there's a lot of Vikings fans in Minnesota, too.
Speaking of Hall of Fame, we got Pro Football Hall of Fame President David Baker, and then Tony Gonzalez, who will end up in the Hall of Fame. There's a lot of Hall of Fame conversation going on this week.
I'm a Cat Cora fan. We got Cat Cora, professional chef, maybe a Hall of Famer
chef. We got a kitten bowl, we got a cat. That's crazy.
I hear we're getting some Papa John's pizza later.
Yeah, the Papa.
What? We're living our best lives
Papa,
here
please.
in Minneapolis. All right, this is GMFB. It is time for the lead block.
Lead block. Lead block.
That was the word.
In my head.
No, we're redoing that. We're
Redoing that?
Yeah, I don't know. We have to redo that.
Ready?
Are you guys? It's time for the
lead block.
There we go.
They can't do it.
There it is. We got it.
All right, we are 3 sleeps away from the Super Bowl. We are breaking down every angle of Philadelphia up against New England. It is the Pats and the Eagles. And whether it be on the field or off the field, we like to do something on our show, breaking down the toughest matchups within the matchups. We call it the Throwdown Thursday. We're matching up, matchups within the matchup. So let's get to the first one. The strength of the Eagles defense, the beast of the NFC East on that D-line. You have Brandon Graham. You have Fletcher Cox up against the man who has an injured handful of rings. And that is Tom Brady. Who gets the best of who? Round one, fight.
The easy thing for people to say is if you put pressure on Tom Brady, he's going to falter. Listen, Tom Brady has the most composure of all time. There's a reason why he is the GOAT. And here's the thing. The average passer rate in the NFL is 87. That's with a clean pocket, quarterback dropping back, delivering the ball. Under pressure, Tom Brady's passer rating, 96. It's almost 10 points higher when you bring pressure. So for those that say, if you get in his face, you might have a chance. No, I'll tell you this. If you get in his face, he has a better chance of lighting you up.
There are a lot of NFL greats and celebrities here in Minnesota this week. I wanted to find one man, and I found him yesterday. Steve Spagnuolo, who was the defensive coordinator of the Giants when they beat Brady in 07. I sought him out. I found him. He was wearing his Giants Super Bowl ring. I said, what's the secret? He goes, it's not just a couple pass rushers. You need to have waves and waves of them. And guess what? It's not just Cox and Graham. It's Timmy Jernigan. It is Vinny Curry. And it is those next waves of guys, rookie Derek Barnett. I think the Eagles get in Brady's face. I think the Eagles give Brady hell on Sunday.
Oh, Peter. Oh, Spags fired you up.
Okay.
Spags fired you up.
That offensive line for the Eagles is better than the Patriots, but the Patriots' offensive line is underrated. I think
Very good
it's going to be
offensive line.
really, really hard to get to Tom Brady in the first place.
It is. Solder. I love him. And Peter, you brought it up. It's not just Cox and Graham. Barnett's, Chris Long, wave after wave after wave. But I don't care if they threw in Javon Curse out there. Anybody from the Eagles, this is Tom Brady. He's got 56 different running backs to dump it to. He has the greatest tight end on the planet to dump it to. I'm going to go Brady in this one. Come on now, guys. I love the Eagles pass rush. It's Tom Brady. Thomas Edward Brady for the win. For the win.
All right, it's Throwdown Thursday. Next up, the leading receivers for each team, and they happen to be tight ends for the first time in Super Bowl history. So let's go with the red zone targets. You've got Zach Ertz up against Rob Gronkowski. Round 2, fight.
Listen, we're going to talk about Gronk as a Hall of Famer when he's done with his career, but right now when you think about reliability and dependability, it's Zach Ertz, and it hurts so good. He's an absolute baller out there. Listen, when they get close to the red zone, you're going to see them focus on LeGarrette Blount, Jay Ajayi, and even giving the wide receivers, Alshon Jeffrey, that big, tall frame looks. But in between the 20s, the guy that puts in the dirty work, the guy that moves the chain, the guy that's over the middle of the field and is fearless catching the rock is Zach Ertz. I'm going with Zach in this one.
We got Tony Gonzalez coming on the show in a bit, right? I would love to ask him this question about the tight ends because I think besides Tony Gonzalez, there is no better tight end in the history of the sport than Rob Gronkowski. The only thing that is missing from Gronkowski's career, in my eyes, is that dominant Super Bowl performance. He's got the ring, right? He's got the ring.
Course.
He has 2 of them. But I want to see him put on a show, and I think all this week we've been talking, is he going to be himself? Is he going to be back? I saw him single-handedly destroy the Steelers in the 4th quarter of maybe the most dramatic regular season game we've seen in years. He could do it again if he has to. Rob Gronkowski to me. I love Zach Ertz. Rob Gronkowski's in a different level altogether.
So you're saying even though in the postseason he gets that more touchdowns, more yards than anybody, it's because he's been there so many times. It's you want that one crazy game.
I need that game where that was the Gronk Super Bowl.
Yeah. I love Zach Ertz. I love Julie Ertz, best athlete in the family. It's Gronk. Okay, it's Gronk. Peter, you mentioned it. When he is at his full powers, that last drive against Pittsburgh, he looks like the best player in football. Nate, you bring up the point about availability because he's not always available. He smiled the other day with that Cheshire Cat grin in his and says, I'm going to play. So when he gets that smile, it's got to be Gronk. I love the man.
All right, next matchup, guys. Let's get real serious now. Rock and roll Hall of Famers.
Okay.
Nate,
What do we got?
do the right thing here.
Uh-huh.
Hall and Oates.
Ooh.
My fave. You
Okay.
know that. Up against Boston's own. Good band. Aerosmith. So Tyler, he's okay.
I'm
Round
just
3
saying,
fight.
Kay, I learned to walk this way from Aerosmith, so I'm going with
I
Aerosmith.
will say I can't go for that.
You can't go for that? Okay.
Listen,
You can't say
sometimes
okay.
music affects us by when it came out. All of Hall & Oates did, I was a little kid. But Aerosmith introduced me to a young lady named Alicia Silverstone in the 90s in the trilogy of hits off that album, and I will go Aerosmith for the win. I'm back. I'm going with it.
I
Hall
love
and
Hall
Oates'
and Oates.
greatest hits.
I love
way
Hall and
better than
Oates.
Aerosmith.
I love Hall and Oates, but you put on Love and Elevator. I'm riding that elevator. Here I am.
Sweet emotion.
I'm going with
I'll
Aerosmith.
go with dude looks like a lady. I don't care.
Me too.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
You might like it.
This is Doubtfire.
Doubtfire would not be Mrs. Doubtfire without that scene. I might have to rethink this. All right, finally, 2 Titans of Hollywood, gentlemen. Both go big at the box office. From West Philadelphia, born and raised,
Okay.
the Fresh Prince, Will Smith, up against an Oscar winner born in Cambridge, Mass.
Yeah.
How do you like them apples, Mr. Matt Damon? What do you got, Kyle?
I would love to say Damon, but there's something stopping me. It's like there's this great wall that I cannot get to him. Fact is, when Will Smith was in his element, he would come out and be like, I own the 4th of July. It doesn't belong to America anymore. It belongs to me.
Right.
I'm going to hit you with a movie. I'm going to hit you with a song. He did a space cowboy movie where he rapped, you don't want to see my hand where my hip be at. And his hand went to said hip. He didn't curse, but he was gangster. Never cursed.
He was a cowboy. He does it all.
He does it all.
Yeah.
I love Will Smith, but I mean, I can watch Good Will Hunting if it's on the cable channels. I will watch it from start to finish, no matter what. I will watch it. I cannot leave my seat. I'm going Matt Damon. Big fan. Ocean's 11.
Matt Damon. He didn't make Ocean's 11. He was the main character in Ocean's 11.
Love him in Ocean.
Peter, you have a good will. We have a great will.
You can go movie for movie all day long.
Is that our first dab of the Super Bowl?
It was.
But Matt Damon, he ain't got no Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
That's true.
That's an absolute classic.
Yeah,
So
but
I'm going with Will Smith.
I feel like you did that just to have it for an answer.
Yeah, come
a little
on,
bit.
Will Smith,
I was going to say. Let's see what Aditi Kinkabala thinks, right?
Okay,
Let's see
let's
what
go.
she's doing. We are in Minnesota at the Super Bowl right now. You guys can tweet the show at #GMFB. We have coverage all morning from both the Eagles and the Pats. So, Aditi, is it Matt Damon or Will Smith?
Well, little known fact, I almost bought a house that Matt Damon rented when he was filming a movie in Pittsburgh. But I'm still going with Will Smith.
Yeah.
That's why we love you, Aditi. You're the voice
I'm
of
supposed
reason,
to look
if you
like
will.
his TV sister. I'm supposed to look like his TV sister. Remember her?
Love that.
Hillary?
Yeah.
Is that what her name was? What was her name?
Hillary Banks!
Can you see it?
Trevor. He died in that awful accident.
J.D.
remember?
Banks.
Was he bungee jumping?
Yeah, the cord was too long.
You're bringing us down now, Aditi. Let's bring it back up talking about the Patriots. I feel like the relationship between the center and the quarterback is very intimate. It's very important. And we've got David Andrews as a team captain for the first time this season. He's a third-year pro. Why is his development and why should we be looking at him in the Super Bowl?
Okay, this will bring it back up because this is absolutely a feel-good story, and this is also a story of what truly is a Patriots player. So a few years ago, David Andrews is at the University of Georgia. He has his pro day. Not anybody in the NFL wants to speak to him, but one man. That one man is Bill Belichick. Bill Belichick sat with Andrews for a few hours. They went over film. Andrews said that Belichick could not have been more honest with him and straightforward. Then Andrews goes undrafted. He gets one phone call. That one phone call is from the New England Patriots. He signs as an undrafted free agent. He becomes a starter his first year. Now in year 3, he is a team captain. And this is the story of the New England Patriots. It is not about the most talented players. It's about the best 53. And what Andrews and I talked about yesterday is that on this team, it doesn't matter where you're drafted. It doesn't matter what your contract is. The best players, he said, will play. And he said all the success that you see is the accountability that we have for each other because we know we deserve our spots.
I love it. Aditi, Andrews has been a great story this season, but I'm looking across that line of scrimmage, and now you got guys who weren't undrafted. You've got first-round picks in Fletcher Cox and a first-round pick in Chris Long and a bunch of first-round talent. How are they going to stop that Eagles pass rush up front for the Patriots?
Well, Peter, you just talked about this. This is the key matchup right here, and it's exactly as you said. It's about those waves. It's bringing those waves of pressure. Now, Andrew said, this is absolutely our biggest challenge right here. He said, we know that they can bring pressure with just 4. If they're able to get to Tom, then we have a problem. He said, if we can contain them, then the Patriots certainly feel that Tom Brady can pick apart that back end, can pick apart that secondary. So this is all about whether the Eagles can indeed get home, get that pressure on Tom Brady, keep bringing that pressure. But David Andrews said he feels really good about the 2 weeks of preparation that the Patriots have had.
I wouldn't feel so good going up against Brandon Graham on the other side, who has a personal vendetta against Peter Schrager. He also leads the Eagles with 9.5 sacks this year and is ready to go with a chip on his shoulder to prove Schrager wrong on Sunday. Aditi Kinkhabwala there with the Eagles. We'll talk to you in a little bit. I love how I get applause for, like, I did a really good job saying bye to Aditi there, right?
I got you.
Thanks.
Good job.
Coming up, we love you fans. We love you so much. So we're going to give you guys free pizza. Papa John's pizza, anybody? Yep, that's coming up. You guys can score free Papa John's pizza using the promo code Super Bowl 52 at papajohns.com. And we will be back. He is the GOAT. It is Tom Brady. He appears to be ready to go. Have we seen him without his gloves? Is he going to wear gloves the rest of his life till he's 65 and still playing football? Kyle, I don't know.
I think he will. Okay.
We'll break it down after this. And pizza. More applause for pizza.
The Eagles have done it. NFC